Hello and welcome to my review of the Ultramarines Legion Terminator Praetor for Horus Heresy from Forge World. He will cost you £28 and now joins the exclusive club of £28 Praetors. Forge World recently had a bit of a price increase, and this was one of the first Praetors to be included in the £28 price point, and then they have gone back and they've priced all of the other Terminator Praetors at that price point, with the exception of the Big Daddy himself, the Imperial Fist Praetor, which we'll do a size comparison in a moment, and also the Wordbearers Praetor. So two of the newest Terminator Praetors they've kept at £26. Thank you, Forge World, but you know, grab them while you can, because no doubt they'll eventually get to this £28 price point. But no doubt they'll be increased to £28 sometime soon. But as it stands, most of the Terminator Praetors are now almost £30. Let's have a look at this model close up and have a look at all of his detail. Now, the first thing you'll discover about this Ultramarines is he doesn't have a sword or a gladius or anything like that, not even a sheath. He's got an axe. You know, he's just got an axe with a little Ultramarine symbol there, or the Omega symbol. There's lots of Omega symbols all over this mini. There's no mistaking that he is an Ultramarine. He's got them on the tassels. He's got them on his combi weapon, which is a nice combi melter with a drum magazine. That is the way to go. He's got a Ultramarine symbol on the left shoulder pauldron with this lovely eagle, and then he's got the 13th Legion that's embossed with a laurel and plenty of other tassels as well. Lots of Ultramarine symbols everywhere. There's no mistaking this is an Ultramarine. He was a decent model to put together. I didn't really have too many issues, other than with Cataphracti. I always have a few issues with the shoulder pauldrons, because it's kind of like the arm, then a flat plate, then an extra plate. You have this with the plastic versions too. This, I was a bit concerned about the spikes, whether they'd bend and things, because it is a little bit fragile. The model does come with a helmeted version or a helmetless version. It's up to you which one you want to pick. Sort of reminds me of Patrick Stewart and the Borg and things, but this is the helmetless version. He's got a nice he's got a nice beard there going on, and a bionic eye. Interestingly, it's the complete opposite sort of bionic eye to the normal Ultramarines Praetor, but they're both very similar in that regard. Nice to see a Praetor getting a helmetless head. I'm looking at you, Imperial Fists. Yeah, luckily the helmeted version is also very, very cool. I like this. I do like the helmets of the Cataphracti armour. They remind me of the Grey Knights, with the very thin kind of visors and eye lenses. Ultimate protection, I think, but I don't know whether that's going to affect your field of view though. Anyway, lovely mini to put together, no real issues. Obviously the price was a bit painful to swallow, but I think that was on the cusp of the increases for the rest of the Praetors. I mean, if this stood out at £28, then you know, that would have been a bit odd, but as you can see, it does include a huge amount of detail. And let's face it, one of these is second only to a Primarch, so this little guy will be leading thousands and thousands of your Astartes Legiones, so you want him in some really nice fancy armour. So there you go. What I'll do is I'll just go through some size comparisons, and we'll start off with other Praetors in Terminator armour. So we'll go for the previous two Praetors, and that is the big boy himself, the Imperial Fist Praetor, and the Wordbearers Praetor. As you can see, the Imperial Fist one standing very big and proud, looking very Imperial Fist-like. But yeah, if we compare him to this, yeah, the Imperial Fist one is huge compared to the Ultramarines one. Still could give him a run for his money, I reckon, but look at that sword. Look at the length of the sword. The sword is taller than Terminator himself, I think, with the pommel. So yeah, absolutely huge. So that's the Imperial Fist one. Next to the word bearers, we're getting a bit more of a consistent size here. The Ultramarines one is a little bit bigger, but he does have that tactical rock. But there you go. I actually do prefer the combi melter of the Ultramarines one. I think the drum magazine is better. I think the detail is better. Obviously he's holding it. He's got an extra kind of lens sight thing going on. Much better than the melter next to the barrel of the bolter there. I think it's better to have one type of weapon underneath the other, as opposed to this, because it's almost like you know, that could be a big difference in whether you're hitting a target or not, being like a big barrel apart. But that's just my logic coming into play there. Anyway, so that's where he stands next to the others. I think people have asked me before to do a comparison with the like very first plastic Praetor, and here it is. So this is another one with the combi melter. I haven't removed the mould lines for some reason on this one, because I think it's just the Conquest one, and I hurriedly just built him up. But yeah, there we go. Look at the difference there. They are. So there we go. The plastic one is probably a little bit taller, and that's mainly because of the stance. He's in a much more of an upright stance. I don't think he can get any more upright. But if you wanted to use the plastic one, you know, as a proxy to the Ultramarines one, you wanted to have him as the Ultramarines one, you can do that. I mean, of course, he has this chain fist and not a massive axe, but still, you know, size-wise, they both still work. And this is a model that came out, I want to say like 5 years ago or so. So there you go. I wanted to make that comparison. Compared to his Ultramarines standard size Praetor, which I will be doing a review very shortly of, which is another lovely looking mini. He is a bit bigger, a bit chunkier, obviously because he's in the Terminator Armour, but they work pretty well together. If you had 2,000 point army or more and you wanted 2 Praetors, yeah, they're going to look stunning next to your, I say standard, you know, Mark III or standard Terminators for your Legion. Last little size comparison I always like to make is with Sly Marbo and standard Space Marine and a Primaris. Oh, wrong way around. So standard Space Marine is, yep, probably almost up to head level, past chest level, and then the Primaris is going to be taller, a fair bit taller than the Terminator. I'm in a decent position where I can give you all of these comparisons. So this is my part of the review where I will just go through all of this Ultramarines Legion Cataphractii Praetor's rules. I will be following the rules from the Legiones Astartes Age of Darkness Army List book from Forge World. It's pretty much the same rules as the Imperial Fist Praetor that I went through. As I've mentioned previously, one of these HQ choices is going to be the leader of your Space Marine Legion. They're kind of like captains, I guess, you know, the ultimate HQ for your Legion, definitely compared to like a Centurion. So he is an HQ choice. He will cost you 100 points, and his stat line reads weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 5, strength and toughness are both 4, 3 wounds, initiative 5, 4 attacks, leadership 10, and a save of 2+. He's an infantry character. The war gear for the Terminator has Terminator Armour, so that can be Tartarus or Cataphractii or just normal Terminator Armour, a combi bolter and a power weapon. Special rules, Legiones Astartes, Master of the Legion, independent character. So the options for a Terminator Praetor, you'll have him with the Terminator Armour and a combi bolter and power weapon for 35 points, so he's going to cost you 135 points. You can exchange the combi bolter for a combi weapon for 7 points, or a Volkite charger for 7 points. A Terminator may exchange the power weapon for one of the following: a power fist or Lightning Claw for 10 points, Chain Fist for 15 points, Thunder Hammer or Paragon Blade for 20 points. Terminator may exchange both their power weapon and combi bolter for a pair of Lightning Claws for 20 points. A Terminator may take Digital Lasers for 15 points, an Iron Halo for 10, and may upgrade a single weapon to become Mastercrafted for 15 points, and may take a Grenade Harness. So the rules that one of these Praetors have is the Master of the Legion, which includes the Rights of War. You've got a number of Rights of War that are in this book that you can pick from, including Legion-specific Rights of War. He's also got Limitation, Retinue Command Squads, and Warlords with Master of the Legion rules included in Master of the Legion. But if I just go through the Ultramarines specific Right of War, it's called Vigil Operti Mission, or Operti I. Its effects, you've got the Vigil Auxilia. All infantry units in the Allied detachment in the army have the Infiltrator special rule. Sacred Duty, all infantry units in the Allied detachment have the Implacable Advance special rule, and therefore count as scoring units regardless of their battlefield role. And Overseers, Legion Recon squads lose the Support Squad special rule and may therefore be taken as compulsory troop choices. So there you go, that's the Ultramarines' unique Right of War. What do you guys think of this particular Legion Praetor? I very much like the new standard bearer that Forge World are going to be releasing soon, and I think this and the other Ultramarines Praetor work very, very well together, and with Robuto Guilliman. Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. As always, it'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.